So, what is going on, YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today, guys, Hanko Chow did it again. Hanko, yo, what's your record today?
I went undefeated.
So wait, say it. What is it? 9 what?
9-0.
9-0. With what deck?
With a really degenerate deck.
Okay.
It's so degenerate, but it's called I would call it the Ignite FTK deck, but people now call it the Ignite ZEXAL lock deck, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that name, I guess. So
yo, but 9-0 in a Paleozoic, ABC Metaphor format,
Blue Eyes, Toad Heroes,
and then like
all those stupid decks.
No, how was your matchups today?
I played half of my rounds. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna count them afterwards, but I'm pretty sure half of them were Paleozoics, and
nice.
Oh my god, I hate how I won, but I mean, it's the matchup. I have to have this card and I win. So, but like, it's by far the hardest matchup besides Toad Heroes. Toad Heroes going second. If they have Dark Claw and Toad, I just can't do too much. But good thing I didn't play any of them. But like, I did still play half my rounds were Paleozoics, and the other rounds were still like pretty decent decks. So let's just go into deck profile. Actually,
All right,
talk about the matchups after.
Start with the deck profile.
So I talked with this deck in Montreal in October, and it's literally the same build. So let's see here. So I played Ignites, which are 3 6s, 3 of each 6. So total is 3, 6, 9, 12 Ignites here. And they're important for the combo if I have to explain it again. And then 2 Ignition Phoenix, 3 Summoner's Art, 2 Fateful Decision, and 1 Rhoda, which tallies up to 20 of the Ignite cards, quote unquote, and that's half your deck. And that's what you need to have a good opening hand if you don't have back row already. This is a combo that you. I'll explain the combo. So all you have to do is open any 4 Ignites as long as they're not the same level. I'll do an example of 3 and 1. So as long as you don't open 4 of the same level of Ignites, you can do this. You get 2 4s, because whatever you activate in the scales of the Ignites, that's the cards that you're getting out. So we're aiming for 2 4s and 2 6s. So we put the 2 4s out. We've used the scales effects to get the other 6 because we need it. And I usually would like to put them opposite scales. That way I balance the deck ratio of how many Ignites I can top deck and whatnot. But that's going way too far. So I'm gonna put the other 2 6s out, get pop, and I usually want to get a follow-up. So right now I have a 4 in my hand, so I want to get another 4. I use the scales, I get out the 2 4s and 2 6s, and the combo is, I'll explain it again, you get out Beatrice.
Wait, so these are your scales right now, right?
Yeah, those are my scales over there, so like let's just put them away, I guess. You pendulum summon all these 2 4s, 2 6s, get out Beatrice. You use Beatrice effect, detaching. Sometimes it matters what you detach. You dump the rank up magic, Argent Chaos Force, and then you put Gaia Charger on top of it, on top of Beatrice, and a rank 5 is higher summon. You add this back to your hand. You have 2 4s, you make Utopia. You put any of these 2 Utopias on top, which I usually go for that one. It doesn't matter, I haven't actually used their effects, so. And then you pitch the rank up spell for the Zexal, and then your opponent goes second, you activate the effect. What you detach here is actually pretty important, but we'll go into that later, I guess. So you detach, and then you just like, oh look, I have 3,000, 2,600 aboard, they can't activate cards or effects, they set cards. And what won me most of my games today is because I main deck Denko now.
Wait, what? You main deck Denko? How many copies?
3, because that's just how stupid this format is. Everybody's playing D-Barrier, everyone's playing Strikes, and everyone's playing back row now. Even like ever since ABC format, everyone's been playing back row. So once I stop them from activating cards or effects, you just summon Denko, now they can't activate, I just win. Well, as long as I have the follow-up play. So like, S0 doesn't win you the game, S0 doesn't win you the game, it's the follow-ups that win you the game. Because the S0, all it does is soft blocks. Yeah. Because S0 is going to eventually be like too weak to actually handle the situation, and then you have to have the follow-ups to actually win the game. Nice. So, let's go back to the deck construction. 20 Ignites. We'll pass over that. I'm still playing the 4 draw cards. Upstart, Pot of Desires, Draw Powers is really good, especially when you have Royal Magical Library. It's bonkers. You made that deck too? Yeah, going first, and you open Library and a bunch of spells. You're way too hard. This card gives you the follow-ups because you got so many more cards to play with. And then 3 Instant Fusion and 3 Malicious as combo piece materials, because like I said, I need 2 4s and 2 6s, and there's also a combo where you have Malicious and 2 6s, and you can go Beatrice and then make Utopia Beyond, and then you still got S0. So wait, have you ever banished your rank up out of Desires? Today I have banished them actually. I usually when I go against the Paleo matchup, I keep one of these in because you still, like S0 is still technically important, but And then when I did, I potted Desires and I banished one, and I'm like, oh shit, how do I deal with the swap frog right now, right? I just had to go for game. So yeah, I played the 2 rank up spells. I don't side these out except against the Paleo matchup. Vanity's Emptiness and Kieran are auto win conditions. If you flip them, you summon them, you usually win.
Nice.
So like, yeah. That's the main deck. Oh yeah, along with the 3 Dankos, which it's like one of those Burning Abyss decks where you see them top and they main deck 3 Vanity's Fiend, and you're wondering why did they like do so well? It's probably because they main deck Vanity's Fiend and they summoned it and they didn't have outs. So this is the same with this deck. I did really well not only because of the combo of going first, but because I just main deck Danko and people didn't have outs.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
okay, awesome.
Danko Sekka is broken in a trap format. All right. So extra deck, it's the same exact. Oh, actually, I did change 1 card, but it doesn't actually matter. But so 2 Utopias, the Utopias you put on top, the Lightning, 2 Zexals. I actually didn't get out the second Zexal today, but I usually keep it in because of how they would if they kaiju it and I drew the rank up spell. If I draw the rank up spell, it means that I can actually get out 2 S0s in that game.
Nice.
But if they kaiju it, then I draw the second rank up. It's still viable. I didn't want to actually change this to a Karn Gorgon because of Fairy Tail Snow, but I probably should have, but it didn't really matter. So Utopia Beyond, Beatrice, and Gaia Charger for the combo. M7, Gaga Samurai steals games. It's just, you make your 2 level 4s and it's 3800 damage. Because the max amount of damage I can do with 2 level 4s is, like with 2 1700 attacks was 3400, and with the field spell I can do technically 4 grand if I 2 Templars, but this is 3800 and it chop blocks. It actually is really important.
Nice.
Diamond Dire turns your instant fusion into an any removal. We have Norden, and I have Rare Fish now. I changed it.
Yes.
It was Dark Flare Dragon, and every time I see a deck profile of this deck and I see Dark Flare Dragon, I know you copied my deck.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's the extra deck. It's the exact same.
Hanko has his mark, man.
Raigeki, 2 Dark Holes, 3 Zyblockers. This is by far the best card in any Pendulum deck. You can normal summon it, you can Pendulum summon it, and you can out a lot of things. You can either out the cards that are on the board, or you can out like future cards that you're predicting. You're like, if they have Chalice, then you lose, right? So if I side this in sometimes going first against certain matchups, and I would call Chalice, or I call Kaiju, or I call Solemn Strike. And if I call Solemn Strike, then that means it guarantees my follow-up plays unless I have D-Barrier. And it just, Sideblocker is just generically the best level 4 in the game right now. Yeah, let's just say that. Okay, and Dark Hole and Raigeki, I was gonna play Lava Golem because I really didn't want to like lose to the Toad Heroes, but it was just like, you know what, this card is just so much better because like how Lava Golem stops my normal summon, and I really wanted to normal summon Danko still, so I kept these in, and they did a lot of work today. Nice. Oh my gosh. 2 Maxis is the only reason how going second, if I draw it, like let's see, okay, let me find English here.
I know, it's been a long day, Hanko. It's been a long day.
It's like, when I'm going second against decks, the reason why I have to side Maxi going second against certain decks is that they will create more outs to my plays because I only have 2 plays. I have a normal summon and a pendulum summon, and then I might have an instant fusion to make a rank 4. But like, if I don't have all these power cards like Dark Holes and Raigekis, then I won't be able to outplay my opponent, quote unquote outplay, because like then they have more cards. Like if they will have more cards than me, and I just lose. And Maxi helps me get enough cards to outplay them. 2 Jinzos. This was probably the best card choice the whole day. I don't think I would have played 3, maybe. I don't know. But Jinzo is just really important because you just Pendulum Summon turn 1. The Paleozoics usually don't have a rank 2 that can beat over this. And like, oh my god, I don't know, man. I every time I drew it, it was blessed. It was amazing. And not only that, but there's also a combo in this deck where you can search for any monster. As long as you have a way to get into Beatrice and M7, then you can dump the monster and add it back to your hand. So the game plan was that, I did this once already because I knew what my opponent was playing around game 1 because I just saw him. So I did the Beatrice M7 combo with the Malicious and stuff. I dumped the Danko Sekka, I used M7 to add it back to my hand. And it's like, okay, now I have Danko, and he had to shotgun all of his trap cards, and it's like, okay. But just being able to search for Jinzo, being able to search for Danko is just really important for the Paleozoic matchup. S0 doesn't do anything, that's why. The other cards I sided, these are like last minute card choices.
What is this?
So I played Trap Eater the last time, and I just wanted a guarantee out to anti-spell, because everyone's going to have a soft lock. Everyone's going to have anti-spell and Totally Awesome on the board, and there was so many other card choices I had, but Trap Eater was the most rewarding one of them all, but at the same time, it was the most situational of them all because of how it only soft anti-spell. And I would have to side this in against any deck that I think that they side anti-spell because it auto wins. It just Danko second can't beat anti-spell. And not only that, but like MST or whatever, they have a Totally Awesome, it doesn't matter, right? So you have to send it for cost, and you actually have another way to pressure their outs, like they're Totally Awesome on the board and stuff.
Excuse me.
Dodger Dragon. This is the only card in the game that's almost like Denko Sekka that guarantees me to out Solemn Strike. And that was the, like, if I have Dodger Dragon and Jinzo, I can normal summon this so that way it can't negate my Pendulum Summon, I can just Pendulum Summon Jinzo. That was the game plan, but I never drew these. I actually drew Trap Eater, but they were useless because he didn't have anti-spell. So that's it. For the deck profile, I have matchups I can talk about, I guess. Do you want me to?
Yeah. Just go like quickly.
Okay, I'll just do quickly because we got a time limit right now. So round one, I played against played against Water, and I went. He let me go first because he's playing Water and he had that mindset, and I just made S0 and I won.
Nice.
Round two, I played against TDD. He also let me go first, and I'm like, okay, and I just made S0 and I win. Round three, he won the dice roll and he was playing Domain Monarch, so he won game one, I won game two. In game three, he Domain locked me with a Curaz though, and I already drew Dark Hole and Sideblocker, and I was like, okay, we can go ham. And in round four, I played against Paleo Frogs, which was the worst matchup, but I just drew Danko and I won. Oh my gosh. Round five, I played against Paleo Frogs and I just drew Danko. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just drew Danko and I won. And then round six, Minerva, I played, what was it? Game one, it was kind of hard because I bricked actually game one. And game two, I just made S0. Game three, he bricked actually, just absolutely bad. He had the worst mills with Minerva, and oh gosh, it was just really feel bad for him, you know. But it happens, man. Round seven, another Paleo Frog matchup, and he bricked game three. That was the really sad part. He didn't have the out to my Danko, and I drew Danko again. I'm sorry, guys. Round eight. How did I win this one? Oh, I 2-0'd him because
Frogs, Denko.
Yeah, another. Let's just say I just
saw
won
that.
because of Danko.
And
the
round
last
9
round was Burning Abyss Infernoid, which Danko doesn't do anything, but he went first both games, and he made the monster effect Infernoid Negator and Beatrice, and I drew Malicious both turn ones, and I was able to outplay by spamming all of my rank 6s and breaking his board and have the option to make S0, but I was like, oh wait, I have game because of Utopia Beyond, I can OTK. And game two, I just bounced his board. He played really defensively, which made me more aggressive and just won. And it was crazy. It was a long day, man.
All right, hi Hanko. Thank you so much for this amazing deck profile. You were awesome, man. Congratulations on you coming 9-0 with this amazing Ignite deck. Any last words before?
I have a lot of shows. This is my friend Dan Brown. He was my driver. This is my friend James.
And Jinzos.
What?
Jinzos.
Oh yeah, he lent me my Jinzos, right. He lent me these Jinzos. And then my friend James for just showing up. Shout out to all the people who were like really supportive, I guess. Yeah, all of my friends from Barry.
All right.
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
All right, Hanko, thank you so much,
Shout
man.
out to all the people that I've talked to on Facebook, actually.
You're
like
great.
Gene and Anthony and like David. Oh, I can't remember everyone's name, but like I talked to a lot of people. I spammed them all my ideas and like, yo, help me out with this. I need your opinion. Like Kote, yeah. Kote, I spam you all my ideas, but like I need thoughts. That's all I need. And I don't know, man. Just it was a good meta call today. Danko is just stupid.
All right, awesome. All right, guys, this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. Thank you, Hanko, again, and congratulations on coming first.
Yeah,
all right, guys, peace.
Yo. How many minutes is that?